I just finished one video. Hush up. And I I had another memory pop up that I don't want to forget, or it's not even really my experience. But I've been talking about Tim and all these fights, situations and shit, and Tim did, as I said earlier. When he had all these charges, he had like 3 DUIs before he was 17, and then he had he had a capious charge, assault charges. He had a wreck one time. Had his hand resting in the window and got broadsided. The truck rolled over on his hand and pushed him down the highway. Well, he jerks his hand out from underneath the truck. His buddy Larry Lester and Lamar are passed out in the truck, or unconscious, whatever. So he doesn't want to get another DUI, so he hauls ass. This is up there at Midlothian. Up there near Salisbury. He hauls ass and he runs through the woods, gets on a railroad track, runs down the railroad track. Well, the cops come and they see all this blood everywhere, and it's leading off down through the woods. And they're pretty sure that whoever was driving that truck is down there in the woods dead. So they put this canine unit out to track Tim down. So Tim's going down the railroad tracks, and his canine unit runs up on him. He thinks he's getting attacked or something, so he grabs a canine unit by the collar and just swings it and slams it up against a tree. I think he impaled it on a limb. I don't know. So he ends up with a damn charge for killing a police dog. Anyway, he's got all this shit on him. Not even 20 years old. Going to jail, getting his ass kicked. So he hides out in Keysville for a few years. Comes back to town. We start hanging sheetrock together. Oh my God. So he's out one night, hooks up with some crackle or something at the Waffle House. They're at the Waffle House. He can't drive, obviously. And this crazy bitch, something happens and she pulls out a gun and starts threatening the Waffle House manager and the people in there. And Tim's like, what in the hell have I got myself into? And so the cops come. They arrest the girl with the gun. They're questioning Tim. Tim's like, I don't even know the bitch. She's just crazy. She pulled out a gun. And he's like, well, are you good to go? He said, well, I don't have a ride home. So the cop says, well, I'll give you a ride home. So Tim gets in the cop car. This is when he and I were roommates. We lived over in Leverett Lane. And so he's in the cop car. They pull up in the driveway. Tim's like, all right, man, thanks, appreciate it. he gets out. The guy says, "All right, have a good evening." Tim goes into the house, shuts the door. A couple minutes later, knock on the door. It's the cop. And apparently, on the ride back to the house, Tim tells him who he is, and the guy runs him and finds out he's got a capious charge and all this shit on him. I mean, he was home free. All he had to do was keep his damn mouth shut. But, so he gets arrested. Back in jail. So, his brother bails him out. We're hanging sheetrock again, getting in trouble. Time to go to court for all this shit. All of it. I mean, he was gonna go to prison for a long time for sure. Because he skipped out on all those charges. And this was right when the Chesterfield County Courthouse used to be up there by, was where the police station is now, I think. But they were building a new courthouse. And I guess they had just finished it. And Tim's court case comes up. So he goes to court, and I forget the particulars, but they got all these charges that they're going to try him for. And in the process of moving documents from one courthouse to the new courthouse, they lost all the evidence. They lost all the charges. I mean, they knew what the charges were, but they didn't have anything to back it up. So he's got, whatever, let's just say 10 years hanging over his head. Oh my God. And they can't convict him. And he gets off scot-free. He gets off scot-free, gets his license back, wins the lottery twice. And now he's raising 2 crack babies on his own. I don't know, that guy's an amazing guy. You look at it one way and you think how unlucky he is. The other way, how lucky he is. He didn't have a very good childhood. His dad got pissed off at him one day and grabbed him, threw him out the window of the 2nd floor. But yeah, so he had all that shit on him, and they just lost the documents, and he got off scot-free and turned his life around that day. Anyway, that's another memory. Now I'm going to go to work.